With rising geopolitical tensions, growing volatility in the markets, and a growing mistrust in financial institutions, a lot of people are asking, how do I protect my wealth in these uncertain times? Well, today I'm here in Singapore, which is a global hub for offshore wealth and asset security. We're going to take a bit of a deeper look at why people are taking steps to not only remove themselves from the financial system, but to diversify into precious metals, gold and silver, but why also they're wanting to do this outside of their home countries. It's no secret that the world feels a little bit more fragile today, whether it's inflation, war, political instability, banking crises, doesn't matter what it is. A lot of the old rules of wealth protection feel like they are breaking down a little bit. Governments are printing money at record rates, debasing our currencies, devaluing our life savings. Central banks are intervening in markets more than ever. We don't really have real economic cycles anymore. And trust in financial systems is eroding in general. In response, many investors are now looking towards real assets, tangible assets, things that you can touch and feel, and assets that hold their value across time. Physical gold and silver have always played a unique role in times of crisis. They're not tied to the credit system, they're not tied to monetary policy, they're not someone else's liability, you own it. And they've preserved purchasing power for thousands of years. No other currency can say that. All fiat currencies eventually go to zero. But it's not just about owning metals, it's about where and how you hold them as well. Storing bullion offshore in a place like Singapore not only allows you to diversify your investments into different asset types, it also gives you diversification and protection against jurisdictional risk. By its very nature of being a different country, assets held in Singapore are very much protected against issues or implications that may be taking place in another country like your home country, the US or Australia, for example. Singapore is politically neutral, economically stable, and ranks as one of the most secure and corruption-free nations on the planet. It has no capital gains tax on bullion, there's no duties or other taxes on investment-grade precious metals here. And another great thing about Singapore is that it offers world-class private vaulting services. So anyone can securely store their bullion here. And while some may see gold as a bit of an archaic asset, there's certainly people out there who are more interested in Bitcoin as a sense of digital gold. But it still very much has a very important role to play in any portfolio, especially people who are serious about asset protection. The bottom line is, and this has been going on for a while, the last few years, central banks all around the world, be it Russia, China, India and more, they have been buying up gold reserves for the central banks in vast amounts. And you've got to ask the question, why? Do they know something that we don't know? They probably do. They definitely have access to information that the average person doesn't have access to. They're not just going to go out and buy all of this gold for no reason. There has to be a reason for it. And it wouldn't be a terrible idea for the more internationally minded investor to be taking notice of this kind of thing. You might be able to say that central banks buying up gold reserves in vast amounts, that they are doing this because they see the writing on the wall. They are wanting to limit their exposure to fiat currency. And we know that fiat goes to zero eventually, whereas gold and silver have a longer track record than just about any other asset of holding and storing wealth and preserving wealth over thousands of years. So if the central banks are doing it, Maybe that is a valid question that any investor should be asking themselves as well. History has shown that when trust in the system erodes, gold rises to the surface. In a world of digital risk, capital controls, and political uncertainty, private offshore bullion offers a level of sovereignty that no online portfolio can match. You want to be your own bank? Gold certainly does have a valuable place in any portfolio if this is important to you. So if you're serious about protecting your wealth, having some international diversification in your portfolio, or even just holding assets outside of the banking system, offshore gold storage is something that can help you to achieve your goals. Now, while I'm here in Singapore, guys, in one of the next videos, I'm going to take you inside one of the top private vaults here in Singapore that specialize in offshore gold storage. We're going to have a talk to the people that run it. We're going to find out what their process is, what you need to know, and of course, how you can get involved in it if that's something you want to do. If you have any questions, drop them down below in the comments section. If you want to learn more, you can get in touch with us over at offshoreinasia.com. Until then, protect your wealth, think globally, and let's stay ahead of the curve. Catch you later.